Welcome back, or if you're binging, welcome to another video. This one is going to be a little bit ASMR-y just because it is midnight currently here and I don't want to be super loud. Pretty much like late night Dylan, but it's late night Morgan. So this is going to be very funny if you are binging because you're going to have to turn your volume up a little bit, and then when the next video plays it'll probably be way louder, so remember to turn the volume down at the end of this video. But anyway, for today I'm going to be reading some of the r/confessions on Reddit because I was listening to some Smosh videos and some Could Co, and I was like, you know what, I want to do a Reddit video. I think that would be very funny. Alright, the first one we have, the title is "Neighbor tried to get my mom fined over our shed, so I got his $40,000 pool filled in." They said, I live with my mom. She's quiet, keeps to herself, never bothers anyone. A few months ago, our new neighbor decided to report her to the city for having an illegal shed in the backyard. It was total BS. The shed's been out there for years and has full permits. An inspector came out, checked everything, and left without saying a word. But the neighbor, smug, proud, thought he'd scared us. So I did a little digging. Turns out his brand new pool was way too close to the property line and illegally built over a utility assessment. I reported him, attached photos, quoted city codes. 2 weeks later, the city ordered him to either move it, impossible, or fill it in. He lost the whole thing, $40,000 down the drain, literally. Now he gets to look at our completely legal shed every day while standing over a pile of dirt where his pool used to be. My mom sleeps great now. I'm looking through some of the comments. That's just so petty to do that to somebody, just because not even because you have to put your shed down, just because he was a little bit smug. Oh my goodness, that's awful. Yeah, the comments are just, someone was like, your neighbor paid $40,000 for a pool with no permits and then called the city inspectors to come to your backyard. Yeah, calling the inspectors to the yard right next door and then expecting them to not see your huge pool. I mean, maybe there's really high fences, but I feel that's so sketchy. That'd be if you're throwing a party and you call a noise complaint to the house next door. Why would you do that? All right, let's see. Okay. Okay, this one sounds funny. The title is, I faked liking sparkling water for 3 years and now I'm trapped. I'm 30 now, but this started when I was around 27, during a phase where I was trying really hard to be one of those put-together adults who meal prepped, drank sparkling water, and had plants that aren't just dying slowly in the corner. So I bought a 12-pack of LaCroix because, that's what the cool, healthy people were drinking. First sip, it tasted like someone whispered the word fruit into a cup of TV static. Absolutely disgusting. But I had already posted it on my Instagram story with the caption, "New addiction, LOL." And that was the beginning of my downfall. Friends started bringing LaCroix over when they visited. Coworkers stocked it in the office fridge because I liked it. My girlfriend, now fiance, thought it was cute how into sparkling water I was, so she bought me a soda stream for Christmas. Now I'm in too deep. I've become the guy who nods thoughtfully while drinking what is essentially spicy sadness. I have flavors in my fridge with names like Pamplemousse and Limoncello, and I pretend I can tell the difference. I can't. It all tastes like carbonated regret. Carbonated regret is crazy. Sometimes I just want a normal drink, but if I ever open a Gatorade, someone will say, "Whoa, no LaCroix today?" And I'll just fake laugh haha, I gotta switch it up. Meanwhile, my soul is quietly screaming. Anyways, if you're young and reading this, never lie about your beverages. That stuff will haunt you. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Oh my goodness. The top comment is, tell everyone you're going carbonation free. Easy solution. People's tastes change over time. You can also pretend they changed something in the formula and it's no longer pleasing to your taste buds. Someone said pretend you had COVID and now it tastes different. So my dentist said carbonation is bad for my teeth. Tough getting old, ain't it? Oh my god. Someone said, I accidentally received a giant bulk package of Nerds gummy clusters from Amazon that was meant for someone else. I brought half of them, about 2.5 pounds of Halloween-sized package, into the office, and they disappeared in about an hour. I thought, well, damn, if everyone likes them so much, maybe I should try them. I did. They tasted like candy-covered Windex, so I brought the other 2.5 pounds of them into the office, and they similarly disappeared quickly, except the second time someone noticed it was me, and now I'm the Nerds gummy clusters guy. Guess what I got for Secret Santa? A big bag of my least favorite candy. Oh my god. The comment said, I had the worst heartburn when I was drinking carbonated drinks, so I stopped drinking them. I feel so much better now. Oof. That, oh my goodness. I can't believe, I feel like that would be the type of thing, like, I would do if I was, like, out at a fancy dinner with, like, someone, or, like, I could definitely do that if I was, like, meeting someone's parents for the first time, and there was, like, a drink there, and I would totally drink it, and, like, be like, oh yeah, this is great, and then just be, like, stuck in that for, like, the rest of my life. I mean, that's essentially what I did with that coffee story, because, yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna now, like, say that I don't like it. I mean, I literally, the second time I ever had black coffee was because I was camping with Tristan's family, and his dad came into the tent and was like, oh, Morgan, you drink coffee, right? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, oh, do you want me to make you some since I'm gonna have some? And I was like, oh my god, yeah, that's so nice. And then he walked away, and Tristan went, he's only making, like, black coffee, right? And I was like, oh, yeah, because we're in the middle of a campsite, and obviously he wouldn't have, like, milk and sugar. And, but, like, it was just Tristan and his uncle, and then his dad, and Tristan wasn't even having any, because he was like, I don't like black coffee, but I asked for some, okay? So I had to drink it, and I literally, like, downed the entire thing in, like, maybe 2 gulps, and his dad and uncle thought that it was, like, really funny, because he was like, they were like, damn, that's a way to, like, get it into your bloodstream fast. And yeah, it was so funny, and I was like, that tasted so awful. But you know what, I can kind of drink black coffee now, and, like, it still tastes gross, but it's not as bad as that. I think I just ruined my taste buds, like, or I got my taste buds used to them, like, in a few months of each other, so then I got over it. But yeah, if all else fails, just drink it super, super fast. Alright, let's see. Someone said, I framed a boy in my class when I was 7 because he was mean to everyone. There was a kid in my class named Danny. Danny? I wonder if this is about Danny Gonzalez. Danny was basically the bully of the class. And one day, when I was alone in the cloakroom, I decided I wanted to get revenge. I got a green coloring pencil from my bag and drew a smiley face on the wall before writing "from Danny" underneath it. Some time passes. I don't remember the exact time frame, but I think it was a couple of weeks or so, and I arrived at school in the morning. I headed to the cloakroom to hang my bag and coat up to see Danny standing in there crying his eyes out. 2 teachers are there, accusing him of drawing the smiley face on the wall, whilst Danny sobs, insisting he didn't do it. I don't know whether Danny got punished for it or not, but what I do know is they never found out it was me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, people are literally just saying, like, masterclass in human enforced karma. A little evil, but I understand. Oh. Yeah, wait, they said they were 7. That's old enough not to be mean to people. If they were, like, 3 or 4, I'd be like, oh, maybe they can't really, like, comprehend that. Because, like, I don't know how young you'd have to be like, I was mean to people, so, and now I'm being blamed for this, so that is karma for that, or, like, I don't know. It's kind of like in How I Met Your Mother, there's an episode where Lily would, like, steal from people if they make her angry, but it's like those 2 things don't have to do with each other, and they're not gonna, like, put together that was, like, their problem. Of course, she was also 7, so it's not like she really thought that like, that was the same thing either. Alright, this next one says, I once mistook dry shampoo for spray deodorant. It was a rough morning. I was running late, half awake, and trying to get out the door in 5 minutes or less. I grabbed what I thought was my deodorant, gave each armpit a generous spray, and immediately thought, that smells like coconut and shame. A few minutes later, my underarms felt like I had powdered donuts taped to them. I looked down and realized I had turned my pits into chalky snowdrifts. Dry shampoo, maximum hold. I had to go the entire day avoiding hugs, high fives, or any motion that involved lifting my arms. At lunch, someone asked why I smelled like beach in winter. I just said new cologne. Now I double check every spray can like it's a bomb. Oh, I wonder if this is a guy. That's a lot funny. I was like, why did he care? Why did he say coconut smelled like shame? Oh my goodness. The top comment was, ironically, I sprayed deodorant on my hair a few weeks ago, thinking it was my dry shampoo. Oh god. Yeah, someone said this is why I use stick deodorant. Stick deodorant, fancy. I prefer to live dangerously and smell confusing, said OP. Damn. That's actually funny because I just started using spray deodorant. I got this new type because I kept seeing their ads about how like it wasn't just for underarms. You can like spray it anywhere and like on your feet. And I was like, you know what? I actually need to use that because I was just getting sick and tired of like every day like my feet just sweat so much. And then when I'm wearing socks, they just end up like smelling so bad. And because I'll just be like wearing regular shoes or just wearing like, even if I'm just in socks like around my house, yeah, they're like sweating awful and I'm just like, oh, it's so annoying. And I didn't want to put like my stick deodorant, that just felt kind of gross. So yeah, I just got some and it literally sits right next to my dry shampoo, so I feel like that's a very understandable like mistake to make. But mine smells like lavender, so it is actually very nice. All right, let's see. Ooh, so this person said, I locked one of the bathroom stalls at work from the outside on purpose, making it unusable. 2 weeks ago, I got incredibly angry at my company for reasons that are not so relevant for this post. In a fit of petty revenge, I locked one of the bathroom stalls in the toilet. These stalls use indicator latches for locking and unlocking and have a white-red indicator on the outside to show if it's occupied or not. Normally, these can only be locked or unlocked from the inside, but if the little beam is balanced vertically before closing the door, it is possible to tip it over by sliding the indicator a bit, locking it from the outside. This is exactly what I did. Anyway, I thought that someone is going to notice this by now, as many people use the toilet, but so far it's been locked a full week and nothing's changed. There are 3 other stalls, so people can still do their business, so no one is really inconvenienced or harmed by this. My only regret is that I locked the first one in the row, not the one next to it, because this way I could poop in peace, knowing that no one would sit in the stall next to mine. I could unlock it from the outside the same way I locked it, but at the moment I am sort of curious to see when the company will finally do something about it. Update: the stall has been unlocked today after a full 10 days and a 4-day weekend of it being locked. The floor was quite clean, so I'm assuming it was the cleaning personnel that unlocked it. I did not expect this post to blow up so much. You guys really made me laugh with your comments. Thanks for that. Sorry for not being able to answer all comments. There's simply too many of them. The top comment says, lock a second one, and then a third. NOP said, every week another one, like reverse advent calendar, devious. Let's see if they anger me enough again. I feel like this is the same thing. Like, it's just like, you're angry at like your boss, so you're gonna inconvenience your coworkers by like closing one of the toilet. Like, you're just forcing them to either wait for one of the other ones or just go into another one. That's not even that good of a punishment. Yeah, just like the comments aren't even like that's funny. I don't understand people just giving them punishments that have like nothing to do with the crime. Oh god, this is another one, like the LaCroix one, but with hiking. They said, I faked liking hiking, and now I'm deep in the woods, literally and emotionally. I've been pretending to like hiking for years, and now I'm in way too deep. It started as a lie to impress a guy, and now I'm halfway to becoming Bear Grylls against my will. So a few years ago, I started dating this guy who was all about adventure and living life to the fullest. Reed, he owned a Patagonia jacket and had a carabiner for some reason. Why is that every single, like, hiker and, like, climber I know? They all wear Patagonia and have carabiners. On our third date, he asked if I liked hiking. I wanted him to like me, so I said, oh my goodness, I love hiking. Nature is my therapy. Huge mistake. We went on a hike that weekend. It was 6 hours long. My legs almost gave out halfway up the trail, and I got bitten by a spider that may or may not have been poisonous, but I smiled through the pain and said things like, wow, look at that view, while secretly trying not to cry. Now it's 3 years later. We're still dating. I've become the hiking girl to all his friends. People message me for trail recommendations. I've received gifts of hiking socks. I own a water bottle that says take a hike unironically. The worst part, I hate hiking, I hate bugs, I hate sweating, I hate being more than 10 minutes away from a bathroom. But I've committed so hard that I now lead monthly group hikes for his coworkers. I have a Google spreadsheet for upcoming summits. I once pretended to love a view so much I cried. It was just the altitude and dehydration. Now he wants to do the Inca Trail for our anniversary, and I'm Googling how to fake a knee injury convincingly. Please send help. Oh my god. This is, people need to just, like, if you're gonna lie about something, like, say you enjoy hiking, but, like, it's not, you don't need to make it your entire personality. Like, you lead the monthly group hikes for his coworkers. Why isn't he leading those, like, upcoming stuff? That is hilarious. Oh my god. Okay, people are recommending, like, find a new obsession and give hiking the slow fade. It needs to take up the same amount of time though, so you can miss one activity in favor of the other. Say hiking has become boring and now you're into mountain climbing. Someone said, oh my god, I can see an incoming am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend of 3 years. She just told me she hates hiking but pretended to love it for the past 3 years, organized trips for my friends and coworkers and everything, told me it was her therapy. Oh my god. And then someone else goes, what about the opposite? Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend? She's just way too into hiking. Oh my god. Oh, someone said this is a hard day to be a guy who genuinely likes sparkling water and hiking. Oh my god. They said, yeah, but it reminded me of the recent sparkling water confession too. Oh my god, I'm so happy we're all in the same boat. Ugh. Oh god. Yeah. Oh, someone said fake a plantar fasciitis. Your doctor can tell you not to hike for 6 months. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Oh god. Okay, this next one, it hasn't opened yet, but oh god. Okay, this might not be funny. I don't know. The title is When I Was a Kid, I Drugged My Dad for a Whole Month. Okay, warning, contains abuse. My father was a raging asshole. He used to beat us and yell at us about how worthless we were constantly. My mother finally had enough and said that either he gets psychological help or she leaves him. He went to the doctor and was prescribed an antipsychotic medication. When he started taking it, he magically became nicer. No more beatings, no more yelling. It was paradise. Then after a while, he turned mean again. We asked her mom what was going on, and she said that he stopped taking his medication because he didn't like the side effects, whatever that meant. We felt doomed until one day my mom accidentally left his prescription bottle in the kitchen. My sister and I looked at each other and didn't even have to say a thing. She got out a spoon, and I ground the white pill into powder. We put it in his orange juice. What a nice day we had. We did this every single day, enjoying our temporarily happy home until the prescription ran out. It was the best month of our childhood, and I'm not sorry. Oh my god. I mean, I think that's perfectly fine. Yeah, sometimes I love imagining that the dad didn't realize or understand why he suddenly didn't have rage anymore. Oh, I mean, that's just sad, yeah. Like, I don't even know. I can't really make jokes about that. That's awful that they felt like they had to do that, though. Let's see. Oh, God. Oh, this title says, I have a horrible kink that I have never told anyone about in real life. Should I read that? I'm trying to, like, read it quickly before I, like, read this out loud. Oh, God. Okay. Throwaway account because I'm extremely ashamed of this. I'm a black woman who's into race play. Ooh. So being called slurs by white men, I get off to the idea of it when I'm alone and masturbating. And it's horrible that I'm fetishizing white men in that way because it's racist. I thought about maybe speaking to a close friend about this, but I'm too ashamed to admit that I fantasize about that type of stuff. Just had to get this off my chest. I don't know if anyone else can possibly relate, but I need to confess because I've been holding this in for a while and I feel weird for being this way. Oh my God. I don't even know what I would do if I was dating someone and they, like, wanted me to do that. I mean, it's like the ultimate, like slur pass. Like, when they're like, no, you can say it, but, like, no, I wouldn't want that at all. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, God, someone said it could be called plantation play. No, that's awful. Oh God. Because also, like, I feel like you want to meet someone who has, like, the same kinks as you or, like, kind of matching ones so that, like, it's not just them doing something for you and, like, they don't feel anything, right? You want it to be something that, like, they can also enjoy. But, like, no way in hell you want your partner to enjoy calling you slurs. So, like, what do you do then? Because, like, oh my God, I don't even know. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, no, because, like, if you start dating a white man who's into that, then I feel like there would always be a voice in the back of my head being like, oh, he's like actually racist, and, like, this is how he gets away with it. Oof, that's awkward. Alright, this next one is called A Mean Girl's Gift Disappears into Thin Air the Last Day of School. When I was in high school, there was this girl spreading lies and talking bad to this boy that liked me, and she also liked. They spent all their time together until the last day of school. He was supposed to switch schools, so it was the last time we were both going to see him. She was bragging about this handmade gift she made for him. Chocolate cigarettes with a handmade packing. Actually pretty impressive. I took the gift during recess, hid it somewhere outside so she could never find it. Her desperation when she tried to find it and it was not there was priceless. I took the chocolates at the end of the day and threw them away. Do not shit talk me because you are insecure. Oh my God. That's so awkward. Someone said it kind of sucks for him. He didn't get the gift, to be honest. Who doesn't like free chocolates? Oof. I'm kind of confused, though, because, like, she says he liked me, but they spent every day together. Are you sure he liked you then, hun? Because I don't know. Let's see. Oh God, I was a side chick for 2 guys and it didn't bother me. To be perfectly clear, this was years ago, in my teen years. It's something I've learned to change and I'll try to not make it as long. A quick backstory, I was never the type of person to be picked on at school, as in, she's cute, she's my crush, anything of that sort. Oh, to be picked on? I thought maybe she said to be picked up, but like, how is saying she's cute, she's my crush, being picked on? Okay, anyway. When I was in high school, I met this guy and we became friends. He would call and text me every day. Here's the catch: he had a girlfriend, a long-term girlfriend, whom he never mentioned, but I did know because of other people. His calls with me started to get longer and longer each time, and I would wonder, how does he have time to talk to his girlfriend or see her? After probably 2 or 3 months, we kissed. Why? On my end, I don't know. I just did it. After that, what? Why would you just do it? Like, if you didn't want? After that, his calls and texts would be very flirty, and I wouldn't necessarily flirt back, but I would respond in a way just to see how far he would take his flirting. Then that's when I would change the subject. But I never put a stop to it, knowing he had a girlfriend. Most of the time, we'd see each other, we'd kiss or hug. Besides that, I would vent to him about some stuff, and he would listen and give me advice. All of this probably lasted 10 months. After that, I just stopped talking to him. A few years later, I met this other guy. He mentioned to me he had a girlfriend, also a long-time girlfriend. So we started out as normal friends. After about a month or so, we kissed. Why I'd kissed him? During that month, he was taking me out and inviting me to places, so I thought, why not, if he's buying me these things? Plus, I can vent to him about my problems. But this one, it was more than just making out. I mean, it wasn't the best, if you know what I mean. But it was fun, a distraction. You can call it, so why not? This probably lasted a few months, less than the other guy. So yeah, I did know what place I stood with both of them during each of those times. I wasn't what you'd call a girl's girl. Now, years later, reflecting back on that, I realized that probably the reason why I did what I did, while knowing that these two guys were in a committed relationship, was because I never had that type of attention before. I felt some sort of pride, as in he picked me over his girlfriend, who's supposed to be someone he'd pick first. Since I was never one to be chosen or given attention to, obviously after the last guy, I realized what I was doing was against my morals. Of course, this is besides the point, that these two men are trash for cheating on their girlfriends. I started self-reflecting a lot and working on myself since then. Now that's not something I would ever consider doing again. It was low of me to even do that. I do not regret ever doing that, but I will take one good thing out of it. It helped me grow into a better person. Damn, I mean, I'm glad you're a better person now, but like, that sucks. Yeah, someone just said, at the end of the day, it's good that you changed for yourself. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, people are being so much nicer. I guess it's probably just because she said she, like, has changed and grown a lot. I bet if she, like, if she just gave the confession without saying she's changed, people would be, like, really going in on her. But yeah, people are just saying, like, I love lesson learned stories. We all make mistakes and have done something we were ashamed of. Not everybody learns from them or chooses to do or be better. You did, so that's awesome. Yeah. That's so funny. Ugh. I don't even know. Like, not funny in the way that's like I don't know, more like sickly funny, because I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, I don't know, it's funny people need that much, like, attention. Oh, whoa. Okay, this was posted 40 minutes ago, and the title is, I stabbed myself with a kitchen knife for attention. I'm a 19-year-old male. I have an all good or all bad way of thinking. So today, the way I started to view myself and what people thought of me was all terrible. I started to think nobody cares about me because I'm ugly and annoying. Feeling left alone is the only thing that upsets me. Other than that, I always feel really empty inside all the time, and I feel really insecure. I don't know who I am, and I view myself as a bad person. Oh. So I grabbed a small kitchen knife and I started recording videos of me stabbing myself. After I did it, I sent it to people I knew to test them and see if they cared about me. Oh God. I tried to make it as graphic as I could. I made the stabs hard enough where you could hear it puncturing through the flesh and making gapping cuts. Then when I saw these people texting me and panicking and telling me to stop, I purposely left their text on open so they would worry more. It's like the more they panicked for me and gave me sympathy, the less alone and abandoned it made me feel. It makes me feel cared about, which I rarely ever feel because my mind tells me nobody cares about me. So they called the cops on me, and when the cops came, they took me to the hospital where I had to get 5 stitches. I have self-harmed and mutilated myself to manipulate people for attention at least 10 times, so I'm familiar with the process. I lied and said I wasn't having thoughts of suicide, so I talked my way out of being sent to inpatient for the 6th time. Oh my god. I was kind of addicted to the nurses and the doctors and refused to go to a place of treatment. I wasn't on hold or anything. Dude, that's actually insane. I mean, I don't even think that's really like a confession, because I think everyone he sent the videos to probably like had an idea that he was doing it for attention, but like, I don't know. So many people have stories about like either dating someone or being friends with someone who like was crazy while they were in high school and would like send videos of them self-harming or being like, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself, or like literally almost everyone I know are like so many people I'm really close to have been like, oh yeah, I either like dated someone, and when I tried to break up with them, they like sent me videos of them like cutting themselves, or they would like say they were gonna kill themselves, and just like so many awful things. And I'm just like, why would you send a video? Like, I don't even know. I'm like, sometimes because it's like all those people are also like mentally ill, and sometimes I'm like, I think you yourself have to be mentally ill to become friends with someone else who then acts like that, because like none of my friends would ever do that to me. So I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I feel like y'all are like putting yourself in that situation. Oof. Also, I'm doing like, I talked my way out of like out of going to the inpatient again. Dude, go to inpatient, please. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's do one more, and then I need to go to bed. Let's see. Okay, this one says, when I was a kid, I used to chew on my mom's stuff. Now you're wondering what stuff. Whenever I was upset with her, I'd chew on her cigarettes or straight up flush them down the toilet. This was the tamest out of all of them, however. I then started going for toiletries, such as a strong fluoride toothpaste, which I ate until I genuinely threw my guts up. Then it was makeup and perfume. Ooh. Then I started eating her pencils and random pieces of paper. She never realized and just thought it was her misplacing them, because no way a child would eat a whole tube of concealer. Somehow she only found out about the toothpaste. I never got seriously ill or had to go to the hospital for anything. This is now forever mine and Reddit's secret. Maybe I'll tell her on my wedding day. Dude. Huh? Oh my god. Okay, so apparently there were 8 from the comments. They said, someone asked what tasted the best, and they said lip gloss. Ew. Someone said, did you get a nicotine buzz from chewing on cigs? And they said, I can't even remember that, but almost 10 years later, I'm a nicotine addict now. Oh, fantastic. That's so weird. Why would you want to chew on stuff? Yeah, someone said, I can't imagine eating mascara or concealer. They would taste so gross and be hard to get out of your mouth. And OP said, oh yeah, for sure, any oil-based stuff was hell to hide. Ew. Ugh. That makes me think about, like, I kind of hear stories sometimes where it's like, I know pregnant women, but also there are like other like sometimes other things, when something goes wrong in your brain, or like you have like really low iron, you start like craving really weird stuff. And I feel like I remember another story one time where it was this person saying that they like all of a sudden started like really craving to eat like rocks or something, or something like weird like that. And like everyone in the comments was being like, oh, like you need to go get tested for like one of your levels are down. And like, yeah, sure enough, like that was the issue. And everyone was saying like, yeah, one of like the biggest, I'm trying to think if it was rocks or if it was something else, but it was like, yeah, if some like chemical level is like wrong, then I guess like it'll make you really start craving like the weirdest stuff. Yeah. Anyway, this was just a short little video that I wanted to record today, but I hope you enjoyed a little late night Dylan ripoff. And that will be all. Alright, see you in the next video.